to make it flexible and easy for the businesses to really move. Next is franchising. A lot of the businesses are sunset industries already, so we must teach them to franchise. We work with the Philippine Franchising Association, so we ask for the top 20 that are pwede for the MSME. So we are pushing for franchising. And they can get funding also from the SB Corp on this. And the next is the mentoring and learning. It's good for us to find a mentor and good for us to continue to learn because sometimes we'll never know when we're going to need this learning. Next slide, please. So we're now in the fiscal year 2026 National Expenditure Program, the NEP. Okay, the slide provides a comprehensive budget summary for the Department of Trade and Industry for the fiscal year 2025. The data is broken down into OSEC, attached agency and corporation, with columns for personal services, PS, maintenance and other operating expenses, MOE, capital outlay, CO, total and percentage share. Key highlights. OSEC and attached agency, the total budget is 9.5 plus billion, with the Office of the Secretary receiving the largest at 6.9 plus billion. Board of Investments allocated 1 billion, representing 10.46 of the total budget. CDA receives 1 plus billion, making up 10.94% of the budget. Special accounts include MSME, RF, CEMF, and RLIP, totaling to 347 million, 3.49%. Next slide, please. This slide provides a comprehensive budget summary for the Department of Trade for the fiscal year 2026 NEP. The total budget allocated amounting to 12.4 billion is broken down into OSEC, attached agency, and corporation, with columns for personal services, maintenance, MOE, CO, total, and percentage share. Key highlights. OSEC and attached agency receives the largest share, totaling 9.6 billion, which is 77.3% of the overall budget. Within this group, the Office of the Secretary is 6.98 billion, Board of Investments 1 plus billion, CDA 1 plus billion, and other agencies, CIAP, DCP, and PTTC have smaller allocation. Additional budget item is the automatic appropriations, 347 million, retirement and life insurance premiums, 273 million, special account, 73 million. Attached corporation, these entities, receives a combined allocation of 2.47 billion, including Aurora Pacific, APECO, SITEM, and the SB Corp, additional 1.5 billion. Next slide, please. The narrative report on budget comparison for fiscal year 2025 and 2026. The financial table compares the budget allocation for various agencies, including attached corporation. Under the DTI between fiscal year 2025 and 2026, the data is categorized into PS, MOE, CO, and the total budget for each year. The table also shows the variance of each category, both in amount and percentage. Overall budget, total budget increased by 1.6 plus billion from 10.7 to 12.46 in 2026. The OSEC, number 2, the OSEC shows a net decrease in total budget by 3%, primarily due to reductions in MOE and CO, despite the increase in PS. BOI, the budget increased by 177 million, primarily due to additional MOE. CDA, the budget also increased by 135 million with additional budget for PS and capital outlay. CIAP, DCP, and PTTC also see slight increases both in PS and capital outlay. Automatic appropriations, these include a slight increase of 15% for PS, representing the retirement and life insurance premium. Attached corporation, the total budget increased from 1+ billion to 2.474 billion and has a total net increase of 1.4 billion or 137%. APECO with a total increase of 7 million, SITEM with an increase of 421 million, 145%, and the SB Corp shows a hefty increase of 1 billion, 200% from 2025 to 500 million 2026, NEP of 1.5 billion. Okay, next slide, please. This slide presents a comparative analysis of the budget appropriations for DTI OSEC, highlighting changes between 2025 GAA and 2026 NEP draft. The budget is categorized into general admissions and support and operations, projects, and automatic appropriations, with further breakdowns under operations and projects. For the general admission and support, 2025 GAA, 2.19 billion, 2026 NEP draft, 2.21 billion, the variance of 25, positive 25 plus million. This category saw a modest increase reflecting a stable allocation for administrative functions. Operations, 2025 GAA, 3.06 billion, 2026 NEP draft, 3.24 billion, the variance of 176, positive 176.7 million, a 5.77% increase. Operations received a notable increase, indicating strengthened support for DTI's core programs. Breakdown includes 001 Exports Investment Development, increased by 29.34 million, positive 3.25%. Industry Development increased 19.72 million, positive 3% increase. MSME Development, an increase of 11.44 million, positive 1.27% increase. Next is the Consumer Protection, increase of 11.13 million, positive 2.11% increase. Consumer Education and Advocacy decreased by 0.38 million, a negative 4.84%. Next, number 3, subtotal regular programs. 2025 GAA, 5.25 billion. 2026 NEP, 5.45 billion, a variance of 201.87 million. Regular programs overall show a healthy increase, supporting DTI's ongoing initiatives. For projects, 2025 GAA, 1.92 billion. 2026 NEP draft, 1.53 billion. Variance of negative 394.17 million, negative 20.52%. Projects experienced a significant reduction, particularly in locally funded projects, which dropped by 27.67%. Foreign assisted projects remained stable. Total new GAA, 2025 GAA, 7.17 billion. 2026 NEP draft, 6.98 billion. So a variance of 192.29 million, which is a drop by 2.68%. Despite increases in regular programs, the overall new appropriation declined due to cuts in project funding. Automatic appropriations increase of 304.57 million, which is a 13.34% increase, including RLIP, Retirement and Life Insurance Premium, 30.46 million or 7%. Special accounts, MSME, RF, 734,000. The DTI's budget for fiscal year 2026 reflects a strategic shift towards strengthening core operational programs and administrative support while scaling back on project-based funding. The increase in automatic appropriations suggests a commitment to employee benefits and MSME support. However, the overall budget shows a slight decline due to reduced project allocations. Next slide, please. The PS budget of 592.84 million will fund the salaries and allowances, including government share for the RLIP of 647 filled positions of bureaus, offices under the General Administration and support, such as the HRAS, PMS, FS, IIS, MS, RGMS, LOLA, LS, CIS, and EXCOM offices. 9.155 million PS budget to fund the salaries and allowances of contractual personnel under the Office of the Secretary. 335 million funding requirements for the milestone First Loyalty Award for 45 personnel. Next slide, please. Under the Exports and Investment Program, 962 million is allocated to support trade promotion activities, LEAP initiatives, and overseas allowances for foreign trade service offices. The budgets of the regular programs of our Export Marketing Bureau and the Foreign Trade Service Corps are embedded in the fund of Org Outcome 1 Exports and Investment Development Program. An additional 387.6 million is allocated for the continued implementation of activities related to the formulation of strategic plans, programs, and policies on exports and investments, as well as the development, facilitation, and promotion of exports and investments, both domestic and foreign. These activities are carried out through the following regular programs: investment promotion, export promotion, strategic partnerships, commercial intelligence and policy, export assistance, exports information, communication, advocacy, and capacity building, Philippine Export Development Plan, business matching missions, and activities, Philippine Export Competitive Programs. Next page, please. Okay, the budgets of the regular programs of our EMB and the Foreign Trade FTSC are embedded in the fund for Org Outcome 1, Exports and Investments Development Program. Tier 1 total FTSC is 273 million. FTSC is committed in assisting foreign investors to promote Philippines as a premier investment destination, as well as assisting exporters and foreign buyers during outbound mission, trade shows, fairs, and activities. Then the regular budget of EMB is only at 58.45 million. The Bureau is mandated to formulate, implement, and monitor programs, plans, and strategies pertinent to the development, promotion, and expansion of Philippine export, conduct research on new products development, and to identify domestic supply base for exportable products. Next slide, please. Under the Industry Development Program, the MOOE amounting to 381 million supports key initiatives such as the Tatak Pinoy, the implementation of the Internet Transaction Act, the operational requirements of the Film Academy of the Philippines, the Philippine Halal Industry Development Program, Go Local, Malikain Pinoy, and the regular programs. Meanwhile, 179.5 million is allocated for activities related to the formulation of strategic plans, programs, and policies to develop competitive industries. The Philippine Quality Award guides the MSMEs in managing organizational performance and ensures sustainability and growth of the organization. Domestic Bidder Certificate of Preference Program, this grants local businesses a competitive edge over foreign bidders by providing from 15% to 25% margin of preference. Malikain Pinoy, this is actually part of the creative industry that we really want to push. Industry Cluster Enhancement Program, this is the 8th National Priority Industry: rubber, coffee, cacao, cocoa, coir, processed fruits and nuts, wearable and home styles, bamboo, and palm oil. These are getting popular now, especially in the global stage. The Tatak Pinoy strategy, this aims to increase industry productivity, produce high-quality products, create jobs, and strengthen economy. We will be using the Tatak Pinoy to really promote Philippine products, both locally and globally. And if it has a trademark na Tatak Pinoy, kahit pa paano, it's something that we can be proud of. Then the implementation of RA 10697, or the Strategic Trade Management Act, STMO, which performs the registration and licensing, outreach, and enforcement functions pursuant to RA 10697. So companies and individuals engaged in the trade of strategic goods should first classify their items using the National Strategic Goods List. Okay, next. It's the budget for the Industry Development program fund, the regular programs of our Competitiveness and Innovation Group, Supply Chain and Logistics Group, as well as the International Trade Group, all embedded in the fund for